guys, it's Mark Jonathan. Welcome back. Before I get started, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, don't forget to hit subscribe down below and you'll be up to date with all my current and latest video, doll, repaints, whatever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at mark_Jonathan_repaints. And so for today's video, I'm just gonna get into it. It's been a while since I made a video, so let's go. Today's repaint is gonna be of Clawdeen wool from the Ice Cream Ghouls set. It's an exclusive from Walmart. The one that was next up was Clawdeen because I haven't really done a repaint of her yet. So for her, the only thing with this repaint is that, as you know, as most artists, sometimes your work is never done to you. I mean, to everybody else, they could be like, what do you mean? It's complete. But I have the tendency to relook at old work and kind of see what I can change or fix or improve, and I think that's good most of the time. But in this scenario, a lot of the stuff that I added to the doll and adjustments I made, I did off camera, so you'll see the initial repaint. It was a little hard editing because I kept changing my mind about stuff, but you'll see the process of how I took it from the blank face to an end result. But the photos in the end are gonna be somewhat different because I adjusted the eyes, I made them a little bit more golden looking, and then I added some drip marks to her face, so those weren't recorded, but you'll see photos of it in the end and you'll see the process. This is what the doll looked like before, which it looked like this. Okay, so that was the doll before. Now I'm gonna walk you through my process. I begin by mapping out the eyes and giving them the shape that I want them to have. After filling in the whites of her eye, I begin to trace her waterline with a pink watercolor pencil. With a brown watercolor pencil, I begin to map out the circles of her eye, and I begin to draw in her eyeliner. Once I'm done mapping out the eyes, I begin to shade in her eyebrows with purple pastels. Once I've shaded where I want the eyebrows to lay, I go in with a watercolor pencil and begin to draw them out.
Next, with a purple watercolor pencil, I begin to shade in some details of hair in her eyebrows. Now with the white color pencil, I begin to go in and give her some highlighting to her brow bone and also define some of those details in the eyebrows. Next, I add some blush to her cheeks and nose just to warm up her face a bit. Okay, maybe I warmed up her nose a little too much. With the chalk pastel, I begin to add a little bit of color to her lips and then go in with a watercolor pencil to define some lines. Now with the black watercolor pencil, I begin to darken her eyeliner. With a brown chalk pastel, I begin to shade in the areas near her eye to give her face a little bit more depth. Next, with a bright purple pastel, I begin to shade the lids of her eyes. With a combination of white and purple pastels, I begin to blend in her highlight of her brow bone. At this point of the video, you can kind of see the remnants of the green liner I put at the bottom lash. I changed my mind. With a fuchsia watercolor pencil, I begin to define and color in the crease of her eye. And her eyebrows are gone. I didn't really like the way they looked, so I decided to try them one more time. With a white watercolor pencil, I go over the green areas to try to lighten it and hide my mind changing. Now with the fuchsia watercolor pencil, I begin to carry down the color from the top crease down to her under eye. Next, with chalk pastels in the same color, I blend out the edges. Next, with the black watercolor pencil, I begin to draw in her lashes. I wanted to do them a little sparse and placed, and then I ended up changing it in the end anyways to a full bottom lash. More blush! Next, with the brown watercolor pencil, I begin to give her eyes some detail. I ended up thinking that the contrast was too drastic, so this is where I went in and changed it later on to more of a golden color instead of the brown. Now with light yellow acrylic paint, I go in to define more details of her eyes. And we're pretty much done. Well, until I ended up changing my mind and adding more things. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the original doll on the left and my repaint on the right.
Okay guys, so that was my repaint of Clawdeen from the Ice Cream Ghoul sets. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the way the doll turned out. I liked the end result. I mean, it took a while to get there, but I'm really loving the way this set is coming out. So if you guys enjoyed the video and like the doll repaint, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below. And then also, if you want to continue following up with all my repaints, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll be up to date with all my latest and greatest doll repaints. Until next time, bye.